Hello, and welcome to this spooky, horrifying episode of the Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast. I am your eldritch host, Davo. With me, as always, is Kels.
Howdy do.
And Neil.
Hello.
You guys are awfully subdued. We're in the holiday spirit. You know, where's your spookiness?
Holiday spirit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you got enough for like 5 people, so that should cover me and Neil, though, right?
Halloween's not a real holiday anyway.
Are you
Ooh.
absolutely joking with me right now?
Do you get off work?
Nope.
Is that the only criteria for a holiday for you?
It helps. It's not the only, but it helps.
Wow.
It's a good mnemonic anyway.
Well, for this special spooky episode, we have our mistress of the night, Emily.
Hello.
Emily.
Hey, Emily.
So what is this okay. What is this episode going to all be about?
Halloween?
Ooh.
I mean,
It's kind of implied by the intro.
It is a little bit, yeah.
Well, I could have thrown a curveball at him, and it could have been about Arbor Day or something.
Yes, the spookiest of all holidays, Arbor Day.
Trees are scary.
I'm not sure I want to play anymore.
Oh, come on, Neil. Don't go home. Come on. It'll be fun, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Well, tell you what, Neil. If it makes you feel any better, I'll let you explain the rules to the people.
Okay. Then I will explain the rule. Every week we have a topic. Apparently today's topic is Halloween. There are 6 categories, 4 questions each. Each question's worth 10 points, and there may be a few bonus points thrown in here and there for good measure. And then there will be a final question where we can wager some or all of our points and figure out how that one works when we get to it.
Outstanding. Neil, we couldn't do it without you.
Not even a little bit.
That warms the cockles of my heart.
Emily, are you ready to Are you ready to get us started?
Sure thing. All right. So the first category in the Halloween extravaganza is general knowledge.
Ooh.
Are you guys ready for the first question?
Yes.
You're killing me with this.
I don't think anybody's ready but Neil.
I'm ready in spirit.
I may not even be ready.
I'm used to sitting around.
Neil's got that laser steely focus.
I'm used to waiting around for them to stop laughing about stuff so we can continue on with the job at hand.
Okay, question number 1. What vegetable was originally traditionally carved rather than a pumpkin? So before pumpkins were discovered, what did they used to carve?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I got yeah, I'm locked in.
Okay. Neil.
I am going to throw something out there and say turnip because they're kind of round like a pumpkin.
Okay. Kels?
I was thinking along the same line, so I said radish.
Kels, do you have any idea what size a radish is?
Well, no one said anything about how big they were.
How spooktacular would a radish jack-o'-lantern be?
Have you seen one before?
No.
Okay, well, how about we take some of that judgment out of your tone?
Well, yeah, okay.
And replace it with your answer.
Oh, yeah, answer. Well, I stuck with the squash family because pumpkins are a member of the squash family. And I went with the acorn squash.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, in this case, Neil is correct. It was a turnip.
What?
When the New World was discovered and people started colonizing the Americas, they found pumpkins and they were much softer and larger and easier to carve. And so the turnips just kind of went by the wayside.
So why did they carve them in the first place?
I don't know.
Oh,
I would expect it probably has something to do with fending off evil spirits or
Ooh.
something like that.
I'm wondering
killing me, Dave.
I'm wondering if the relative flavor difference in turnips and pumpkins had to do with it. Because pumpkins really don't taste like much, and turnips are gross.
Well, I don't think they eat
Gross.
them.
Yeah, they're just carving them.
Well, you know, they may have decided that pumpkins are only worth carving, not eaten, because they're kind of gross. Yeah. Well, they're harder to deal with. Look, I know I have a point.
Do you?
Ooh, question 2.
Let's just move on. Question 2. What does the word Halloween mean etymologically?
I got this. Locked in.
I'm like that.
I am also locked in.
Ooh.
All right. Davo?
All Hallows Eve.
Okay. Kels?
I also went with All Hallows Eve.
And
That's a
Neil?
good answer, Kels.
Let's go for 3. I said All Hallows Eve.
Okay. You're all kind of right and kind of not right. The word Halloween actually means hallowed or holy evening. Hallowed is another word for saint, and it was begun as a way to refer to the evening before All Hallows Day, which is also known as All Saints Day. So All Hallows Eve is a term that was used prior to Halloween, but it's not actually the root meaning.
Well, see, I am going to advocate that since it's basically syntax, it's hallowed evening, Hallows Eve. I think we were half right.
Well, either way, you're going to either all get the points or all not get the points. So it's not going to change the score variance at all.
I'm going to stand up for my fellow ladlers and say we were all partially correct. What do you say, guys?
What does it mean?
It means hallowed or holy evening.
I don't know, man. I feel like we might need this pity credit later.
What?
And to use it so early in the game. Like, what if we really need this down the road? Like category 4
You make a point.
or strut. Yeah. I say we let this one be what it is, and we go on.
Neil, you okay with that?
Yeah, that makes sense. Because I know how Emily is. And
That's just harsh.
there's gonna be harder questions down the road.
You know, you're okay. I hereby withdraw my petition, but I got my eye on you, Emily.
Question 3. Historically, in Celtic-speaking countries, holidays on and around October 31st were held in celebration of what?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
I'm locked in.
Okay. Kels?
Well, I wrote down the dead, but I feel like history has shown that I'm probably wrong about this one too.
Okay.
Have faith.
Davo?
Sam Hain forever!
Okay. Neil?
I was thinking that it was some kind of harvest festival, which I think is called Samhain. That's my answer.
Okay.
Forever.
I don't think he included forever.
No.
Okay, so
I did not.
the correct answer is the holidays were in celebration of the end of harvest and the beginning of winter. Samhain is actually one of the holidays that celebrates those two things. So that would be included in the holidays on and around part rather than what they were celebrating. But
Well, I said harvest as part of my answer.
you did say harvest in part of your answer.
So is that a word? Does that entitle me to any freebies?
We'll say you get 2 points for it.
I will take those pity points on Kels.
Well, I guess that's how you want to live, man. Who am I to tell you
2
different?
points for at least including one of the 6 words listed on the answer. All right.
I'll take it.
Question number 4.
Of course you will.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
No, don't
I'm
give me
proud.
more points. Question number 4. What is the fear of Halloween called?
I'm locked in.
Got this one in the bag. I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Kels, you sounded pretty confident there.
I was all a sham. I wrote down phantophobia.
Okay. Davo?
Halloweenophobia.
Neil?
I said spookophobia.
Well, the correct psychological term for the fear of Halloween is Samhainophobia.
Oh, come on.
Forever.
Forever.
Man.
All right, that is the end of category 1. How are we doing, Neil?
We are doing awesomely. Davo and Kels are tied for second place.
Oh,
How's that for putting a positive spin on it? You're tied for second. Was 0 points.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
your regular merry-go-round.
And thanks to a little charity, I have 12 points.
Always happy to see you shine.
Don't worry, we're gonna turn up at the next round.
We have to.
Turn
Not
up.
necessarily.
Come on, Faith.
That hurts.
All right. Category 2 is movies. Questions about movies?
See, that's my jam.
All right. Question number 1. Within 1, how many movies have been released in the Halloween movie franchise? And for bonus points, you can give me the year of release for the first movie.
I am locked in confidently.
Mrs. Neal, a tremendous horror fan, like loves it to death. No pun intended.
She is, and I have watched many movies in the horror genre with her, including probably most of the Halloween series.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in too.
Alrighty, Neil?
Including the 2 Rob Zombie movies and the one that was just released earlier this month, there have been, I think, 11. And the original was, I think, in 1978.
Okay. Kels?
I blanked on the Rob Zombie ones. I wrote 9.
Okay.
Hopefully Neil is just wrong. And the year of the first movie's release was 1978, I believe.
Okay. And Davo?
Well, I'm really confident that the new one that just released last week came out in celebration of the 40th anniversary, which would be 1978. And I also wrote 9 because even though I love White Zombie and Rob Zombie, musically speaking, I completely forgot he directed not 1 but 2 Halloween movies.
All right.
I thought he only did 1.
So Neil is correct. There were 11 Halloween movies in the franchise, including the one that was released on October 18th of this year.
11 exactly.
11 exactly.
Oh my God.
And you all got the bonus. It was released in 1978.
Hey, we're on the board.
I like being on. I'll take a free throw.
Question number 2. In this 1944 film, Cary Grant plays Mortimer Brewster, who marries on Halloween Day and then is swept into a series of misadventures while trying to prepare for his honeymoon. Name that movie.
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
I'm locked in.
Huh?
That's intimidating.
All right, I wrote something down. I'm locked in.
Oh, so the cheese stands alone. All right. I'm locked in.
All right. Neil?
So here's a story. My
Okay. It should be rich.
my mom and dad used to do a lot of local little theater, and one of the plays they did kind of reminds me of the story line that you listed there. And if I remember correctly, the play was Arsenic and Old Lace.
Kels?
I had no idea, and I think Cary Grant was in Notorious. I know nothing about this movie, so I just basically wrote something down.
Okay. And Davo?
I wrote Brewster's Millions because I'm a ding dong.
Brewster's Millions.
Yeah, well, there's been a number of Brewster's Millions.
There have been.
Oh, was Cary Grant in one?
No.
I hope so.
The correct answer is Arsenic and Old Lace.
Yay.
Oh my god.
And it is hilarious. It is a very, very good movie. I highly recommend it.
It's on the AFI list for comedies. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, well, I feel like boycotting it now just because of this question.
You would like it. All right. Question number 3. In Hocus Pocus, what are the Sanderson sisters' first names?
What?
There are 3 sisters, 3 names. You will get 5 points per name.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Dave's whining.
Kels, you locked in pretty quick.
Well, I believe there was a Sarah, there was a Mary, and I'm not sure the third one, so I just wrote down Willa Lucy.
All right then. Davo?
Eloise, Gertrude, and Vivian, because they sound like witches' names.
Apologies to any Eloises, Gertrudes, or Vivians listening to the show. Neil?
I didn't make up 3 names, but I just picked 3 names, more or less at random, and went with Mary, Sally, and Mildred.
Okay.
Ooh, Mildred's a good witch name, too.
Yeah, it is.
So, Kelvin gets 10 points.
Oh.
And Neil gets 5.
Oh, come on.
Like 5.
None for me.
Sorry. The 3 sisters' names are Winifred Sanderson, who is played by Bette Midler, Mary Sanderson, who is played by Kathy Najimy, and Sarah Sanderson, who is played by Sarah Jessica Parker.
You know, that is a pet peeve, not just because I totally bombed that question, but if you're an actor and you're playing a role where your first name is the first name of your character, that's lame. Okay? Lame.
Well, the name of the character may have been written before it was cast.
Yeah.
After you cast Sarah Jessica Parker, change it to Gertrude so I could get 5 points. Okay.
It's all about you, Davo.
You're darn tootin'. I'm not doing well.
Question number 4. Mel Brooks did not make a cameo in what movie at the request of the actor playing the main character, who said it would, quote, ruin the illusion?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Oh, I think I got it. I'm locked in.
All right. Neil?
So I think this is a Mel Brooks movie, and I don't think he is in it. And it fits the theme. I went with Young Frankenstein.
Okay, Davo?
Well, the only 2 movies that I know of that Mel Brooks did that fit the theme were Dracula Dead and Loving It, but he's in that, and Young Frankenstein.
Kels?
I also went with Young Frankenstein.
And it is a trifecta of correct answers. The answer is Young Frankenstein. Little trivia nugget for you. He still managed to make it into the film, kind of. He did off-camera appearances as a howling wolf, a shrieking cat, and Frederick's grandfather. All right, that is the end of category 2. What are our new scores?
Our new scores are much better than they were last time. Well, mine is anyway.
Okay.
Let's see. Davo has 15, Kels has 25, and Neil has 52.
Third category is monsters.
Ooh, I like monsters.
Question 1 in monsters. What is the study of the paranormal?
You mean what's it called?
What is the word for the study of the paranormal?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
No, I'm locked in.
Kels.
I wrote down parapsychology.
Okay. Neil.
I said parapsychology.
And Davo.
Parapsychology.
All right, 2 questions in a row. You guys have all 3 gotten the answer correct. The study of the paranormal is called parapsychology. Question number 2. Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein in 1816 while staying on Lake Geneva, Switzerland, with her husband Percy Shelley, stepsister Claire Claremont, and what famous poet?
I am locked in.
I am locked in as well.
Oh, even worse.
2 swift responses.
Yeah. What the hey? I have no idea. So I'm just gonna write somebody down, and I'm locked in.
Alrighty, Neil.
I hope you didn't write down Barack, because I think it was before his time.
they could.
No, that was an accidental cadence, actually.
Been practicing a little too often.
Yeah, it just seeps into your everyday life.
So I know this partly because my wife has what she claims is a first edition of this gentleman's poetry, and the gentleman in question is Lord Byron.
Okay, Davo.
I also went with Lord Byron.
All right, and Kels.
Well, I did not write Lord Byron. I went with Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Okay. Lord Byron is the correct answer. Got a little trivia nugget on this one. The trip was made due to Mary Shelley's stepsister Claire's unplanned pregnancy with Lord Byron. The trip was prior to Shelley's marriage to her husband Percy Shelley, because he was still married to his first wife Harriet. And it is rumored that Percy Shelley and Claire Claremont were also lovers.
Holy moly.
So his soon-to-be wife's stepsister and him were getting it on.
That's the rumor.
Well, good for them. Glad they're getting out there enjoying each other.
Apparently.
Lake Geneva is beautiful.
Beautiful Lake Geneva. Moving on from the free love. Question number 3. Which of the following is not historically a method to prevent or destroy a vampire? A. Tie a silk cord around the hands and feet at burial. B. Place bits of steel in the mouth, over the eyes, and over the ears at burial. C. Place a lemon in the mouth of the corpse. Or D. Pour boiling water over the grave of the suspected vampire.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Well, I got a shot. I'm locked in also.
Neil?
I have no idea, but it seems to me like lemons might be kind of scarce in that area of the world. So I went with the lemon option. Plus, that's option C.
Okay. Davo?
Well, it seems like the first three options deal with actually stopping the vampire from doing something. Like we're going to plug up his mouth or tie his hands or something like that. So those all seem very practical to me. What good is it going to do pouring boiling water on a grave? So I say D.
Okay. And Kels?
I just took a wild shot in the dark, and I went with A, tying a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree. Or hands and feet. I'm sorry.
Tying a silk cord around the hands and feet at burial?
Yes, that.
As long as it's silk. The correct answer is A. That's one I just made up on my own.
Oh, I know.
Well, you're good. That sounded legit.
Thank you. The other three, the bits of steel in the mouth, eyes, and ears, is a Romany superstition. The lemon in the mouth of a corpse originated in Germany, and the boiling water is from Bulgaria.
Those Bulgarians don't know how to stop a vampire.
Apparently not.
What's the boiling water going to do?
Question number 4. It
Probably hurt.
Question number 4. Events such as the Salem witch trials are well known and well documented. But people during this time also experienced trials accusing people of being what other well-known monster?
Locked in.
Really?
I mean, there are only so many monsters.
Just got to pick something and go with it.
I'm locked in also.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
All right. Kels?
I just went out on a limb and said a werewolf.
Okay. Neil?
I also went with the werewolf.
Okay. And Davo?
I feel a lot better. We're either going to rise or fall together. I went with the werewolf. Werewolf? Their wolf.
Well, in this particular case, you are all going to rise together because werewolf is the correct answer. Okay, that is the end of round 3.
Our scores at the half, Davo has 45 points, Kels has 55 points, and Neil has 82 points.
Okay. See, you guys are getting points. That's
Well,
not
while
so
it's
bad.
still anybody's game. Yeah, while it's still anybody's game, I'd like to mention something equally spooky, which is our Twitter account. Talk to us at Ladle Brain, which is how we receive a lot of our ideas for topics. I mean, that is what Emily did. She talked to me and said, "Hey, I'd like to do this." And then we said, "Sure." And here we are today. So hit us up on the Twitter or the Facebook or the email, Kels at brainladle.com, Neil at brainladle.com, or Davo at brainladle.com. And while you're hitting us up, if you have a few ducats you'd like to throw our way, we have a lovely Patreon page with dynamic rewards and spooky prizes, which will help us make the kind of content you know and love. Thanks.
I know Twitter scares me.
It's a nuclear bomb in the hands of a chimp. But
category number 4 is music.
Ooh.
Halloween music.
Wow, that is never going to get old, Davo. Oh, wait, yes, it will.
No, I love it.
Ever.
Question number 1. Young Frankenstein inspired what song written after the band saw the film while taking a break from recording? I considered giving the band on this one, but I'm concerned that would make it too obvious.
Oh, please, give the band.
The band is Aerosmith. So Aerosmith was recording, they took a break, went and saw Young Frankenstein, came back, wrote this song.
I'm locked in with an answer.
I also have an answer.
Oh, what the hell? I'm locked in.
I legitimately think you guys are going to kick yourselves after this one if you don't get it.
I think I'll be all right.
Davo?
I said Dream On.
Okay. Neil?
So I narrowed it down to two. I thought about Dream On, but I think Dream On probably came out before this movie. I narrowed it down to two. One was Dude Looks Like a Lady, but that really probably doesn't fit. Another one that could fit, based on the way that Frankenstein's monster walks, is Walk This Way.
And which one did you choose?
Walk This Way.
Okay. Kels?
Okay. So I know, like, off the top of my head, like 3 Aerosmith songs. They've all been addressed so far. Oh, I just thought of another. Was it Sweet Emotion?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. Well, I went with Walk This Way because I was just thinking about the video with Run DMC. So shout out to hip hop and Walk This Way.
The correct answer is Walk This Way.
You know, I rejected that one because I listened a little too deeply into the lyrics of Walk This Way. And oh God.
See? There's the kicking.
There's the kick.
Right in,
It was good.
right in my own butt.
All right. All right. Question 2. Within 500, what is the largest number of people to do the Thriller zombie dance routine simultaneously, according to the Guinness Book of World Records?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right. Let's go in reverse order this time. Kels?
Sticking with hip hop and one half of my favorite group. I went with 3,000.
Okay. Neil?
I had absolutely no idea. I picked a nice round number and said 10,000.
Okay. And Davo?
5,000.
The largest number of people to do the Thriller zombie dance routine simultaneously was 13,597
What in the where?
in Mexico City, Mexico on August 29th, 2009. Question number 3. Who originally released the song Monster Mash?
Oh, come on.
Oh, I know this.
You can have 2 bonus points for the year it was released.
Okay, I'm locked in.
Okay.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in with an answer.
Okay. Kels?
All right, I had no clue. So I went with Herman and the Monsters,
Okay.
and I believe they recorded that hit track in 1963.
Okay. Neil?
I know that it's a guy. It's not like a band, I don't think. And the only name that keeps popping into my head, and I know it's not right, is Pickens. And I guess 1960.
Okay. Davo?
I also had no idea, so I said the Crickets, and I guessed 1957.
Okay. Well, the original release of the song was by Bobby Pickett.
Pickett.
Oh.
So if you kind of
ooh,
squish
close.
David and Neil's answers together, Pickett and Cricket, and it was released in 1962.
Oh, come on.
You were
man.
very close, Kels.
Come on.
Well, this is abysmal.
You want to try for question 4? See if you can make it a little better?
Yes, please.
Okay, question 4. At what intersection does Madame Ruth have a pad on in Love Potion number 9?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
Okay, we'll start with Neil.
I thought maybe it rhymes with 9, and I was thinking of an intersection that rhymed with 9 and ended up with Hollywood and Vine.
Okay. Davo?
That is exactly what I wrote down, Neil. Thank you for making it sound better. I wrote down Hollywood and Vine.
Okay. And Kels?
I said Maine and 6th. I had no idea where they were.
Okay. Well, it never gives a city or anything. It's just an intersection. So I'm going to say that Neil and Davo get 5 points because it is 34th and Vine. And they did get Vine.
I will take it.
Me too. All right. At the end of round 4, Davo has 50 points. Kels has 65 points, and Neil has 97 points. Anybody's game.
I think the very last category you guys are all going to like, but
that would be a switch.
Right now we're in category 5, which is food.
Food?
I'm good with food.
Food. We do all eat food. All right. Question number 1 in food. There is an Irish Halloween tradition to serve a dish with small prizes hidden within it, such as rings, thimbles, and sixpennies. What is this dish?
I'm writing down words. I am done writing down words.
I'm locked in also.
I did the same thing. I'm locked in.
Okay. Davo, what are your words?
King cake.
Okay.
Words, aren't they?
Kels?
They are words. I went with sweet potato pie.
All right. And Neil?
My first thought was like a stew, like an Irish stew, but I thought that would be a little bit dangerous to put stuff in. And then,
yes,
like Davo, I know there's traditions of putting things in other kinds of cake. So I just went with the less specific cake.
Well, that's a good try. But the correct answer is coal cannon.
I've heard that word a couple times. I don't remember who it was.
It's basically a skillet of cabbage, kale, or mashed potatoes with cream, butter, and spices.
And pennies?
And pennies.
That sounds delightful.
I have no idea. Question number 2. What traditional Halloween treat lost popularity due to an urban legend involving sharp objects such as pins and razor blades?
Locked in.
Locked in. Halloween treats are more delicious than buttery cabbage with money in it.
I thought they were putting that stuff in like all the candy. They wanted you to go through all your candy. I know it was a specific
There's
piece.
something specific. There is a specific treat that has almost completely stopped being given as a Halloween treat to trick-or-treaters and such because of that urban legend.
Well, I hope it was circus peanuts. Those are gross.
Is that going to be your answer then?
I mean, I can't think of anything else, so I'm locked in.
So we'll start with Neil.
I'm hoping that it's significant that you said treat and not candy, because I think the answer is apples.
Can you be more specific?
If I have to be more specific, then I guess I would say candied apples.
Davo?
Well, I felt really good about my answer until you asked Neil to be more specific with his better answer. I wrote down a treat that I actually really enjoy, but they don't really, and you used to make them homemade and hand them out to the kiddos on the block. I said popcorn balls.
Okay. And Kels?
I'm rolling with circus peanuts.
Okay.
Get them off the streets.
Well, the correct answer is caramel apples, but I think candied apples is valid.
I do too.
Yeah, you would.
Once we give him more points.
Basically, apples covered in some sort of sweet coating.
And people got those for Halloween?
Yeah.
Not anymore. Well, for all the hysteria surrounding this urban legend, there are actually only maybe 3 or 4 documented cases of somebody putting something in a kid's candy. Almost every other case of something foreign being introduced into candy is candy that the family themselves gave the kids.
So they're trying to poison their own kids?
Yep.
Ooh.
Question number 3. What drink, also a popular beverage during other winter holidays, often includes spices such as cinnamon, nutmeg, fennel, cloves, or cardamom?
Mm,
I'm locked in.
why not? I'm locked in.
I'll lock into.
Okay. Davo?
Hot apple cider.
Ooh.
Kels?
I also went with hot apple cider.
Okay. Neil?
I have to be honest and say I didn't specify hot apple cider, but I did say apple cider.
Okay. Well, the answer
Don't
is
tell me
mulled
hold on.
wine.
I knew you were going to say mulled wine. I knew. Oh.
Then why didn't you answer mulled
Mulled
wine?
wine?
Because it's not the 1500s.
I was supposed what the hell is mulled
I've had mulled wine within the last 10 years.
So have I, and it came in a package that said "Ye Old Mulled Wine."
Mine did not. It came from a cart in the middle of a street in Germany.
Oh, aren't you fancy?
Ooh.
Yes, I am.
Mulled wine.
Yes.
Okay.
You wrap the spices in a little sachet, a little bit of cheesecloth, and you dip it in your wine and you heat it up slowly. And it tastes really, really good.
Question number 4. Within 3, in what decade was candy corn first introduced?
Within 3 decades?
So we have
Within 3 decades.
I'm done. I'm locked in.
Also locked in.
I'll lock in also.
Okay. Davo?
I said the 1890s.
Okay. Kels?
Strange. I also said 1890.
Really?
And Neil.
Yeah.
I said the 1910s.
Okay. The correct decade is the 1880s.
Yes.
What? So everybody.
The range was 1850 to 1910. So yes, everybody.
Yeah,
Little nugget on candy corn.
I'll take it.
The original name for candy corn was chicken feed.
Oh, that's cool.
That makes more sense than candy corn. Gotta be honest with you.
Would you buy chicken feed?
I would.
I don't buy candy corn, so it'd be in the same boat.
You don't
I'm
buy
just
candy
saying.
corn?
No, I
It's
don't
a
buy
very
candy.
polarizing candy. Some people
It really is.
Some people really hate it, and other people really like it. And then there's people like me that will eat it if it's lying around, but can't remember the last time I bought any.
Yeah, I'm right there in that boat. Okay, that's the last question in our food category.
Thank goodness.
So how are our scores?
Our scores are looking great.
Not
It is
good.
anybody's game. Davo has 60, Kels has 75, and Neil has 117. Thanks to Carmel Apples.
Thanks to caramel apples. All right, our final category for the day, evening, whatever time it is where you are, is fun.
This is not going to be good for me.
Question number 1. What popular Halloween activity was brought to Britain by the invading Romans?
Go with your gut. I'm going with my gut. Locked in.
Locked in.
I have no idea, but I am locked in.
Okay, Davo?
Trick or treating.
Okay. Neil?
I said tricking or treating.
Kels?
Twick or tweet.
I'm sorry, guys. Y'all got it wrong. The correct answer is bobbing for apples. Little nugget on that. It was thought to have originated from a Roman harvest festival held in honor of Pomona, goddess of fruit trees. Okay, question number 2. Trick-or-treating has been known by other names in the past, such as guising or souling. What did people ask for when they went souling? It is a specific food item.
I'm locked in.
I punt.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
Not even just going to pick a food?
Nope.
like oranges or something. Just say something.
No, I'm punting.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have a punt from Davo. What do you got, Neil?
So I have this vague recollection of I went with the soul thing, and I have this vague recollection of something called like a soul cake. I really don't know what it is exactly, but I said cake.
Okay. Kels?
I just said peanut brittle. It sounded old.
Alrighty. So I've noticed from listening to this show that pretty much anytime Neil says, I have a vague recollection,
He
it
has a
means
clear
I know
record.
the answer. The answer is soul cakes.
Sure.
It's a small round
Mm.
cake baked to commemorate the dead or to serve as alms for children and the poor.
Good job, Neil.
Thanks, Davo. That seemed really sincere.
It was. That was a good get.
All right, question number 3. Halloween party games called Pass the Orange Pumpkin Balloon, whatever, involve teams racing to pass an item along the line without using what?
Locked in.
Locked in.
Locked in.
Okay, Neil?
I've played games like that where you have to pass things without using your hands. So I said hands.
Kels?
I said sense of direction. No, I'm just kidding. Hands.
Davo?
I went with hands.
You are all correct. It is hands. Question number 4. In Hollywood, California, from 12 a.m. on October 31st until 12 p.m. on November 1st, the use, sale, possession, or distribution of what item is prohibited?
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
I'm locked in.
All right, Neil?
I'm confident this is wrong because I'm pretty sure it's banned all year round. I went with fireworks.
Kels?
I was thinking more Dahlia related, and I just said like a knife.
Davo?
I also went with fireworks.
The answer is silly string.
Oh,
What?
You
Of
can be
course it is.
fined $1,000 just for holding a can of silly string on Halloween in Hollywood.
Am I missing something about what silly string can do?
Maybe it was just
It
costing them a
can
lot.
be highly flammable, or it used to be.
Yeah.
A lot of things are.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they don't want people, tricking with that. I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Maybe they just had a silly
Um,
string epidemic and decided to put a stop to it.
I mean, I guess.
That's the last one. That's it. Regulation time is over.
you guys want to know what
Oh.
the final scores are? Or I guess the
Yes.
penultimate
Eh,
scores.
why not? Yo,
Better way to put it. Davo, 70 points. Kels, 85 points. Neil, 137 points.
Are you guys ready for the final question?
Ready for the final topic so we can put our
Yes.
wagers in.
Ready.
The final topic is candy.
I'm locked in with my wager.
I am also locked in with my wager.
I am also locked in with my wager.
Okay. Your final question in the Halloween extravaganza is: name 7 of the 10 most popular Halloween candies according to Forbes magazine.
Forbes has a lot of time on their hands.
Apparently so.
We got to name 10, and if we get 7 of them right,
Get 7.
we earn our points.
I am locked in, done, ready to rock.
I'm not.
I'm locked in too.
Okay. I've got 9.
The top 10 Most popular Halloween candies, according to Forbes magazine. Number 1, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Got it.
Got it.
Number 2, Snickers.
Got it.
Got it.
Number 3, Twix.
Got it.
Got it.
Number 4, Kit Kat.
Don't have
Got it.
Got it.
Number 5, M&M's.
Got it.
Got it.
Got it.
Number 6, Nerds.
No.
What?
I thought
Nerds.
about it and didn't put it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I didn't put it down.
Number 7, Butterfinger.
No. Stupid Butterfinger.
Don't got it.
No, got it.
Number 8, Sour Patch Kids.
Oh my gosh. No.
Nope. Gotta get these
Nope.
last two.
Number 9,
Oh,
Skittles.
That's
Got it.
Number 10, Hershey Bar.
got it.
got it.
Don't got it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
That was not a nice sound, Kels. So mean. The satisfaction you just took in him not getting all 7.
Oh no, I'm just really happy about me getting it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really.
Interestingly, the black and orange wrapped peanut butter chew things are apparently so
Yeah.
hated that they were on the least favorite candies list twice. Once under peanut butter
Twice?
chews and once under Mary Jane's. So what are our final scores?
Davo and Neil got 7 and Kels. No, sorry. Kels and Neil got 7 and Davo didn't. Is that right?
Yeah, I got 6.
Okay, so how much did you wager, Davo?
What do you think I wagered?
I'm guessing you wagered 70.
That's a very good guess, Neil. That's why you win these games a lot.
So that gives you a grand total of 0. Now, here's the thing. I suspect that Kels also wagered
Mm.
the full amount that he could, which would be 85. Is that a correct assumption?
You're very close. I didn't want to be left, just naked out there with no points.
Like David?
I wagered 8. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I won't.
What good is that 1 point going to do you?
He would have beaten you.
So that gives Kels 169, and Neil did not feel confident in his ability to know candies and bet 0, ending up with 135. So Kels wins again.
So congratulations, Kels. You have dominated the Halloween extravaganza. At the end, if at the end you're in first place, you dominated. Just stick with it.
I just want to say I've lost a number of games by misbetting and losing the final question. I think we might need to consider changing the format of that because it makes me lose sometimes.
And that's a reasonable reason to change.
Can I get any buy-in? Can I get any
that'd be a
buy-in
big
into that
no.
idea? No. All right, thanks, Phil. Thanks for at least pretending to give me
I'm
some
salty. I've had 0 points 2 weeks in a row. Check us out on Twitter at LadleBrain or at our website, brainladletrivia.com, or at the Facebook page we've got set up for suggestions and fun stuff, or email us directly with questions or topics you'd like us to address or anything like that. If you'd like to be extra special Hall of Famers, throw a few ducats our way at the Patreon page. which will help us make quality content like this and much more. Be like Susan L. Support us with your ducats of love. This is a spooky episode. So, from all of us here at the good old Brain Ladle Trivia Podcast, I am Davo with Kels.
If you kill him, he won't learn nothing.
Neil.
It was a graveyard smash.
And our wonderful, wonderful special guest host, Emily.
Thanks for having me. It was a hoot.
Signing off.
The preceding podcast was presented by Brain Ladle Productions. All rights reserved.
Ooh.